I've been working on trying to play the G chord with, instead of my first three fingers, my last three fingers. So I'm going to do Red River Valley because it's a pretty good exercise on playing the, what do you call it? Alternate G, an alternate G. So anyway, this is the traditional folk song, Red River Valley, and please join in at any time. I get it up a little bit higher. Sorry. Okay, there. It's a little better. Okay. From this valley they say you are going. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you are taking the sunshine that has brightened our paths for a while. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy who loves you so true. Won't you think of the valley you're leaving? Oh, how lonely, how sad it will be. Oh, think of the fond heart you're breaking and the pain you are causing to me. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy who loves you so true. As you go to your home by the ocean, may you never forget those sweet hours that we spend in the Red River Valley and the love we exchange with the flowers. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy who loves you so true. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy who loves you so true. Last month I did a Lucinda Williams song. I told you Lucinda Williams is one of my favorite singer-songwriters, and I'm going to try another one tonight. This one's called Lake Charles by Lucinda Williams. Had a reason to get back to Lake Charles. talk about it, he'd just go on and on. He always said Louisiana was where he felt like home. He was born in Nacogdoches, that's in East Texas, not far from the border, but he liked to tell everybody he was from Lake Charles. Did an angel whisper in your ear and hold you close and take away your fear in those long last moments? We used to drive through Lafayette and Baton Rouge in a yellow El Camino, listening to Howlin' Wolf. He liked to stop in Lake Charles, 'cause that's the place that he loved. Did you run about as far as you could go down the Louisiana highway, across Lake Pontchartrain? Now your soul is in Lake Charles, no matter what they say. Did an angel whisper in your ear and hold you close and take away your fear in those long last moments? He had a reason to get back to Lake Charles. He used to talk about it, he'd just go on and on. He always said Louisiana was where he felt like home. Did an angel whisper in your ear and hold you close and take away your fear in those long last moments? Did an angel whisper in your ear and hold you close and take away your fear in those long last moments? In those long last moments, said it long last moments. Okay, my last one, I'm going to finish up with a song by Paul Thorne, and this is a good one for me because it kind of reminds me of myself. It's called I Backslide on Friday. Hope you enjoy. Deep down I wanna be a good man. start off with the best of intentions, till my lack of follow through gets in the way. Oh, I sin on Saturday, I repent on Sunday, then I tell myself I won't procrastinate on Monday. Tuesday I do like I should, Wednesday I do pretty good, Thursday Joe starts to slow, then I backslide on Friday. I'm always planning for the future, I've set some lofty goals inside my mind. Someday soon I'll put the wheels in motion, but right now I can't seem to find the time. Oh, I sin on Saturday, I repent on Sunday, then I tell myself I won't procrastinate on Monday. Tuesday I do like I should, Wednesday I do pretty good, Thursday Joe starts to slow, then I backslide on Friday. Do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. I have unlimited potential, Mama said that I was born to win. My picture's on her refrigerator, she's hoping I won't let her down again. Oh, I sin on Saturday, I repent on Sunday, then I tell myself I won't procrastinate on Monday. Tuesday I do like I should, Wednesday I do pretty good, Thursday Joe starts to slow, then I backslide on Friday. Oh, I sin on Saturday, I repent on Sunday, then I tell myself I won't procrastinate on Monday. Tuesday I do like I should, Wednesday I do pretty good, Thursday Joe starts to slow, then I backslide on Friday.
Tuesdays? I forget.
Pretty good.
Tuesday I do pretty good. I do like I should. Wednesday I do pretty good.
That's right.
I invite you to join in to assist us on in the pines, because we need some good strong winds blowing through those pine trees. So at the end of the chorus, I would ask you, particularly those sopranos out there, to really make those sounds of the pines being buffeted by the wind. So we're going to do hoo 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 hoo. And you see, I need all the help I can get with the wind. Bernadette.
Yeah, I know you're looking.
There's a reason for that. I think I first heard this performed by a man popularly known, professionally known as Leadbelly, Hughie Ledbetter. I was introduced to him by a friend in undergraduate school, and I've always had a lot of respect for his talent. So, Hughie, don't turn over in your grave, but this is my shot. the longest train I ever saw went down that Georgia line. The engine passed at 6 o'clock, the caboose at 9:30. In the pines where the sun never shines and the cold wind blows and blows. Ooh, 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 I asked the captain the time of day. He said he throwed his watch away. A long steel rail, a wide cross tie. I'm on my way back home. In the pines where the sun never shines and the cold winds blow and blow. The longest train I ever saw was 19 coaches long. The only girl I really loved was on that train and gone. In the pines where the sun never shines and the cold wind blows and blows. Ooh. Sweet girl, what did I do for you to treat me so? You caused me to weep, you caused me to moan and lose my happy home. In the pines where the sun never shines and the cold wind blows and blows. In the pines where the sun never shines and the cold wind blows and blows. Well, this next song is a Lightnin' Hopkins song. It's also been recorded by Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys. So it's kind of a mixture of Southern blues and bluegrass. So I guess we're going to move it to the prairies of Kansas.
Whatever it comes out. It's going to be whatever it comes out. It could be Kansas, it could be Arkansas. It might be Missouri.
Save the book.
Okay.
slow it down, sorry.
We're gonna slow lightning down here then, okay? Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always. 'Cause the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. I'm going down to the river, gonna take me a rocking chair. And if these blues don't leave me, I'm gonna rock away from here. I'm gonna lay my head on some lonesome railroad line and let that 219 train pacify my mind. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always. 'Cause the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday.
I'm gonna go out here and sneak myself out.
For most of my life, I assumed, I was told that I was of Irish heritage.
Oh, here we go.
My sister went to Ireland a couple of years ago, and she was so excited. We were told we were from County Cork. And the guide of her group, when she told him that she was so excited to be back in the native land of our ancestors, he says, "Patrick, that's not an Irish name, that's Scottish." And she was absolutely devastated. Well, I have a cousin in Oklahoma City, and he's on Ancestry.com, and he's traced our ancestry back to Scotland. We exist. Bert Patrick came to the New World in 1725. Much better than Tobias Patrick in 1835, so take that. So this is a song of both Scottish and Irish ancestry. It's called Wild Mountain Thyme, and I think it's based on a Scottish ballad which was then transcribed by an Irish musician. So we'll say that the twain has met. Okay, Wild Mountain Thyme. is a comin', and the trees are sweetly bloomin', and the wild mountain thyme grows around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will place all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she were gone, would I ever find another to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather? Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, will you go?
We're back in business. Hey, don't have anybody forget, Friday night, this Friday, Keltoy Winery, open mic, a great venue. You don't have to start drinking until after you play George and Joe. Keltoy Winery is a great place to be. Also, on April 25th and 26th, we have the Cowboy Days out at the Pittsburg Museum out here. And Friday night we'll have campfire, sing around the campfire. Saturday we're just going to have an open mic for 2 hours or something like that. So, or probably we'll have open mic for a while, and then if everybody wants to go someplace else and play, there's plenty of places to play out there. I'm going to try a song that I hadn't played in a long time till last night. Charlie Daniels song. When I was a young man down in Sweetwater, Texas, just one thing stayed on my mind: to ride a white horse over Durango Mountain, leave Sweetwater, Texas behind. Well, I turned 21 down in Sweetwater, Texas. Just one thing made me stay there. Well, I wanted to leave, but I was in love with the girl with the chestnut brown hair. And there came time, she said she'd be mine, go any place, anywhere. We rode a gray dog over Durango Mountain, left Sweetwater, Texas behind. It was thundering and lightning in Lelands County. Bus rolled on through the night. An old 36 was a magic black demon, headed towards the city's bright light. Pulled into Houston at 4 in the morning. Hopes were as high as the sky. But hopes turned to weeks, leading years and forever. I never realized how fast time goes by. Cowboys and cars, country girls and bars, somehow it just don't seem fair. Well, I wanted to die, 'cause I knew I was losing the girl with the chestnut brown hair. Many times I said, I'd rather be dead, take down to go to bed, or up to clear my head. The good Lord sees his way to let me live one more day. I'm so tired of being alone, and I'll ride a white horse over Durango Mountain and make Sweetwater, Texas my home. It's all right, a white horse over Durango Mountain and make Sweetwater, Texas my home.
Just Sweetwater, Texas?
All right.
Is that the name of that song?
Another cowboy song. Let's see, what was I had it planned out, what was I gonna do?
It'll come back.
It'll come back after I'm done, yeah. Okay. Oh, I know what it was. He's hung his old saddle up high in the barn. He's made her a promise, his rodeo done. Said I've won them big buckles, I've done all I can do. Now I'm ready to spend my last years here with you. Said we'll break out them flatlands, ain't been plowed for years. We'll plant wheat and white oats, they'll do well up here. And I'll buy us some baldies to run in the hills, and I'll break out some bad ones to help pay the bills. 'Cause the winters get long up our bird way, clouds get dark, times there's no light of day, and the long nights get lonely and cold as she waits, as she dreamed of a cowboy named Dawson Legate. Well, he made it just fine till the harvest was done. Then his feet started itching, he wanted to run. So he quietly entered the Calgary Stampede, and the first that he won just put wings on his feet. And she cried when he showed her the money he'd won. She knew by the first light of day he'd be gone. But he promised he'd quit when the season was through, and he'd be home to plant wheat for winter winds blew. 'Cause the winters get long up Albert way, clouds get dark, times there's no light of day, and the long nights get lonely and cold as she waits, as she dreams of a cowboy named Dawson Legate. Well, he made it fine till harvest. summer went fast, he was riding them all. He plays tired shy and on the first that's to fall. He was sending home money, his intentions were good. Dang it, then his life for a cowboy don't go like it should. 'Cause he drawed him a bad one at Frisco that fall. The mean one to ride was a shoot fighting horse. With the first jump he stumbled, fell, and he rolled as his neck snapped like frost off his body grew cold. Now the bad weeds are taking the flatlands and the fences are sagging low, and the baldies are starving in the hills as she's rocking the first son of Dawson the Gay. Every cowboy sings a sad song. I know that song too. All right, one more. Oh, and this one's one of my favorites. It is the perfect cowboy Shakespearean tragedy if you listen to the words on it. Always a sad song. Mid-July, the year that I was 10, that summer dust blew red in Texas sky. Day and night the hot wind blows. What I remember most was old cow can't forget in Daddy's eye. Said the 1st of May, yellow coats are the first one I know. Before long years both watched him grow. But the pastures all have died and McClellan Creek run dry. Son, I've got to sell Bandito Gold. Bandito Gold. Think of all the mighty rivers we have crossed and all the mountains we have climbed. Bandito Gold. Think of all the outlaw bands captured single-handed in our mind. Thank the Lord that spring we got the rain. And thunderstorms and buckets full it came. And the prairie flowers bloomed and McClellan Creek ran full. And the pastures turned to brilliant Kelly green. Well, the 1st of May, our old mare Dixie foaled. 4 wipes off the pretty yellow coat. And with pride we watched him grow. Till now he's 10 years old, but he never could replace Bandito Gold. Bandito Gold. Think of all the mighty rivers we have crossed and all the mountains we have climbed. Bandito Gold. Think of all the outlaw bands that captured single-handed in our mind. My turn to ride my horses in shoot 5. Well, I checked my rein and pulled my saddle tight. Way out in Idaho, at Twin Falls Rodeo, I drawed the outlaw horse, Bandito Gold. Bandito Gold. Think of all the mighty rivers we have crossed and all the mountains we have climbed. Bandito Gold. Think of all the outlaw bands we captured single-handed in our mind. Bandito Gold. Friday night, California Winery, April 25th, 26th, museum.
Thank you, George. Good luck. Break a leg.
Hi. Good evening, Pittsburgh. How are we?
Hey.
My name is Doug Godsman, and I've got a buck in my hand for anybody who's ever met anybody else called Godsman. Am I safe? There are 400 people called Godsman in the world, according to one of the Ancestry.com websites. So we're a rare breed, and that's why I keep moving from place to place so that nobody can catch me up. I'm also a Spokane Clarkimo, a Scottish, Canadian, Californian, Arkansas, Missourian. I'm going to have to add, where am I? Kansas to it. I'm going to add Kansas to that. So I'm going to be talking a bit about Scotland. How many of you have been there? One gentleman at the back. You look well traveled and very worldly and intelligent, sir. Yeah, well done. So, what time of year was that? Do you remember?
No, too long ago.
Okay, I was going to ask you what the weather was like because it's very important to be there at the right time of year. People tend to forget that Scotland is a northern European country. If you can visualize the map of Scotland, and it's got a shoulder on the right-hand side as you're looking at the map. And my town of Aberdeen's up in the corner of that right-hand side. Now, as you go 4,000 miles to the west, you end up in Juneau, Alaska. That's how far north it is. Now, that's bad news in the winter, that's for sure. However, there is good news because the Gulf Stream from Gulf of Mexico comes across the Atlantic Ocean, brings it with it warm water, which makes our climate livable, we might say. There's actually 3 palm trees growing wild on the northwest coast of Scotland. Okay. One thing I should mention is, and again, they're affected by the weather and the Gulf Stream. They have these insects called midges, and they're tiny little things, and they're kind of like no-see-ums on steroids. They are unbelievably vicious and ferocious, and so much to the point that they sell beekeepers' outfits on the West Coast, just so you don't get bitten to death over there. They are indeed wild. Okay. Sir, when you're over there, do you remember having any trouble with communicating?
I don't like how I had much.
Okay. The reason I asked that is Scotland's got lots of obstacles to communication. First one is that it's got 2, maybe 3 languages. There's Scottish, English, and then Gaelic. Now Gaelic is incomprehensible to anybody except me. So, for example, we brought up in the English language, we might pick up a word or two of French and German or Italian, all Romance languages, and so we might understand that and get adjust for that long enough. Not so with Gaelic. It's on the west coast of Scotland. The Welsh language is part of the Gaelic language. The state of Cornwall has got Gaelic in it as well. And for some reason, the French state of Brittany uses some Gaelic as well. So you've got that very thin stream of Gaelic. And as I say, it's incomprehensible. I've learned 2 words in Gaelic, Sláinte Mahar, which means good health, and again, and again. So then the rest of it, the English, yes, we use the English. But in between is the Scottish, and it's kind of a dialect, it's kind of a local accent all mixed in together. And so, for example, add on to that is the fact that you've got the higher class, the upper class, the Downtown Abbey people. You've got the lower class, working class, and you've got within that you've got the farmers and the fisher folk. So the farmers are the farmers. They have a dialect all of their own. I fit like, hello, how are you doing? Had your whist, hold your tongue. Again, I picked up on this because I was living in Aberdeen, but I was encouraged by my father to go and work in the fields as much as I possibly could. So I picked strawberries and I picked raspberries and I picked potatoes and planted potatoes, and so I'm out in the fields and catching up on this dialect pretty well also. But on top of that is also the fisher folk. At that time, Aberdeen was a major fishing port in Scotland, and so the boats would go out to the fishing grounds and come back in about 3 o'clock in the morning and you unload the fish onto the docks. My grandfather would be at 4 o'clock as a fish merchant, and he'd be bidding against the other people to buy the fish. And their accent was, the fisher folks' accent was again incomprehensible, particularly their wives. Their wives were a very small clique of people that lived in a particular place of Aberdeen called Foot D, or known to them as Fitty. And again, they could make a, they could make a fisherman blush. I want by your heat to daft gummerel. Go away and bow your head, you silly fellow. So again, all the accents were very confusing to people like himself who's visiting for the first time. On occasion, I'd go down to the fish market with my grandfather, and I would be standing with him watching the auction going on, and the auctioneer would try and get me to buy a crate of fish. I'm standing there trying not to move a thing, but the bidding was so infinitesimal. There'd be Harry, who was standing next to the auctioneer, just tugging his jacket. There'd be Jock, who would be tugging his ear, and that would be a bid as well. So all of this were extremely, again, local rules, local laws, just like a golf course. One thing I found interesting when I moved to London was that there were Scotland and England, although they combined in 1707 into one country, they still had certain different laws. And one of them, for example, currently, the drunk driving laws in Scotland are tougher than they are in England. That may have been the amount of booze and whiskey that the Scots drank, but they certainly did a good job of that. Another one is in the law courts, if somebody's up for trial, there were 3 potential results that could come from this trial: guilty, not guilty, or not proven. Not proven means that, yeah, we think you're guilty, but the sheriff didn't prove his case very well, so why you go and let them talk to them some more, and we'll try again later on. So it was pretty amazing. Then we have, and David Wallace, my friend over here, his ancestors are absolutely responsible for this. So,
What I do now?
William Wallace and his Scottish army eventually invaded Scotland in 1303. And they got as far down, maybe a third of the way down the English countryside, beyond York, which is one of the main towns in the northern England. And the York people in the council were so afraid of the Scots that they passed a law which said, and I quote, "Kill any Scot on sight except on Sunday." I'm not sure if that's still on the books. I haven't been to York for a while, but it seems to me that if you're traveling through York, it had better be on Sunday. David, could you pass me my book, please?
Oh, stuck to the table.
Yeah, no. So, so I'm an author, and I've written this 3-book series about Scots emigrating to North America in 1905. And we were talking about getting on the ship, and somebody was reminding me about the challenges of doing that. And I'd actually written about that in my book. So, this comes from my own experience. I emigrated to Canada in 1966, but they still had this situation going on there. The heroine in the book is Bella. Bella and family were listening to Sandy McLean, the bagpiper, as he strolled up and down the Port of Glasgow dock. He was playing a medley of jigs and reels and marches, festive music for the festive occasion. Like George the day before, Sandy stepped out in full dress fig, tam o' shanter crammed onto his head, McLean tartan kilt skirting his knees, black velvet Prince Charlie snug around his shoulders, Ski Do, the ceremonial dagger, peeking out of his green hose. They say clothes maketh the man, but it was his bulk which gave him the gravitas, the grandeur and authority. Let's be kind and say he was stocky, 5'6", broad chest and bum, propped up on legs like ham hocks. Sandy had played here for years, hired by the steamship companies to give the emigrants a fitting send-off to the new world. Passengers and relatives and well-wishers crowded around the dock, and touts and charlatans selling seasick remedies and whiskey almost interchangeably. It was easy to tell who was passenger, who was relative by their body language and demeanour. Most of the emigres were in a holiday mood, excited by the adventure, impatient to say the final goodbyes and get away. The relatives were glum, sagging shoulders, brave face, and a determination not to cry. It was time for the passengers to board the small tender, the Caledonia, which was to ferry them out to the SS Corangre. The relatives wailed their final tears, the emigrants said their last goodbyes, they were underway. Sandy the piper came along on the Caledonia and continued playing up-tempo jigs and chassepes. Bella and family were among the emigrants, facing the shore, waving to the remaining well-wishers, whether known or not, until they could no longer identify them as individuals. Then, as one, they pivoted to the steamship still ahead of them, to look forward to new lives, to turn their backs on the old one. Sandy saw his cue and started to play laments, slow, sad, mournful tunes, intended to tug at the heartstrings and to raise the emotional temperature. This was by design. Before one can heal, one must grieve. Soon everyone, the adventurers and the young mums, the settlers and the travellers, were in tears, racked with sobs and heaving shoulders. Yes, even the Scottish men. As the Caledonia approached the Columbia, Bella saw the crew had draped a stairway over the side, was standing at the bottom to help the newcomers transition from the tender to the Columbia. Travellers put their foot forward onto the steps, taking them to a new life. They changed from being emigrants to immigrants. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.
So, we got enough volume there?
Sounds pretty good.
Okay, that's good. Check, check.
Yeah.
Check. Well, hi, folks.
Howdy.
Well, my wife and I were in Washington, D.C. last week. Just got back last night, actually. Yesterday afternoon. Doing some sightseeing, and also talked to the staff members of some of our elected representatives. I won't say much more about that right now, but it may have done some good. I don't know. We'll see. but it was kind of on my wife's instigation that we go, so I decided, well, when I'm there, why don't I go to an open mic? Well, so I researched it, and there was an open mic on the night we got there, actually 2 of them, and so I missed that. It was too late and everything. But there was one the next day at a place called, yeah.
It had a name.
It had a name, yeah. Somebody's organ, and I'm serious. It was. I gotta shoot. It'll come to me in a minute. Anyway, like Norma's organ or something like that. Anyway, so it was a little place, and so I looked it up, and it started at 9 p.m. with the sign up starting at 8:30. Well, that's late for me, you know. So I decided, so I went out there. I got there about 8, and I tried to play first, you know, and you know, that way I could get back at a decent time. Follow GPS to get out there. And it was a place about half the size of this room, for one thing. And talked to the guy who's the organizer, and he said, "No, I don't do sign-ups. There's some the band's going to play and everything like that, so we'll work you in." I said, "Can I play first?" Well, I don't know if we can play first or not. So as people filed in and brought their guitars, it was going to be a highly electrified open mic. And I was sitting about where you folks are right here, away from 2 huge speakers, and they started playing, and the only way I could possibly exist was to put my fingers in my ears. And as it turns out, Madam's organ, yes, thank you.
Thank Doug.
Very good, Madam's organ. Anyway, so I thought, okay, I'll stick it out, you know. But the guy who's the organizer, he kind of put whoever he wanted to play next up there. It wasn't anything particularly democratic about it. He just decided, I want somebody else to play or something. And he said, if the bartender doesn't like you, you're out of here. So, not exactly the kind of place that I went. So anyway, I lasted through 2 songs, and I said, I'm out of here. And this was upstairs, and downstairs there was another band playing, louder than the one upstairs. And so it was a less than satisfying open mic experience, I might say. Okay, well, so with everything that's going on in the country, I'm kind of in the mind to channel Woody Guthrie. So here's a song from a 1948 plane crash. And Woody Guthrie read about this in the New York Times and wrote the song, and then somebody else put it to music. But it's about Mexican immigrants that were being flown back to Mexico, and the news report in the New York Times listed the names only of the pilots who were killed, and none of the passengers were listed. And so Woody thought that was unfair, so he wrote this song. Now the crops are in and the peaches are rotting. The oranges are piled in the creosote dumps. They're flying you back to the Mexican border to pay all your money and to wait back again. My father's own father, now he waded that river. They took all the money that he made in his life. My brothers and sisters come working the fruit trees, and they rode the trucks till they took down and died. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalia. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name till you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Well, some of us are illegal, and some are not wanted. Our work contract's out, and we have to move on. 600 miles to the Mexican border. They chase us like outlaws, like rustlers and thieves. We died in your hills, and we died in your desert. We died in your valleys, and we died on your plains. We died neath your trees, and we died in your bushes. Both sides of the river, we died just the same. Goodbye to my one, goodbye, Rosalie. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. The sky plane caught fire over Los Gatos Canyon. A fireball of lightning, and it shook all our hills. Who are all these friends, all scattered like dry leaves? The radio says they are just deportees. Is this the best way we can grow our big orchards? Is this the big way we can grow our good fruit? To fall like dry leaves, to rot on our topsoil, and to be known by no name as deportee. Goodbye to my one, goodbye, Rosalie. Adios, mis amigos, Jesus y Maria. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. You won't have a name when you ride the big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee.
George, when we were at the Woody Festival, probably 5 years ago, actually there was a group of people that found out the names of the deportees, and it was published 70 years after the accident.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Yeah. They did.
Thank you for that, Nancy.
Okay, so if any of you have been reading the Morning Sun, you know that I had an experience as a hobo. So this was actually not written by Woody. It was written by a name of Goebel Reeves, but popularized by Woody Guthrie. So this is about the people during the Great Depression that had to ride trains to get jobs, ride freight trains. So go to sleep, you weary hobo. Let the towns go slowly by. Can't you hear the steel rails humming? That's a hobo's lullaby. Do not think about tomorrow. Let tomorrow come and go. Tonight you're in a nice warm boxcar, safe from all that wind and snow. I know the police cause you trouble. They cause trouble everywhere. I'm having trouble keeping my guitar in the right place. I know the police cause you trouble. They cause trouble everywhere. But when you die and go to heaven, you'll find no policeman there. I know your clothes are torn and ragged. Doggone. I usually sit down on the chair, that's why this is different. I know your clothes are torn and ragged, and your hair is turning gray. Lift your head and smile at trouble. You'll find peace and rest someday. So go to sleep, you weary hobo. Let the towns go slowly by. Listen to the steel rails humming. That's the hobo's lullaby. Listen to the steel rails humming. That's the hobo's lullaby. And then a song performed by Woody Guthrie in 1942 for a Labor for Victory radio program based on the Wabash Cannonball. Let's see. From the high Canadian Rockies to the land of Mexico, city and the country, wherever you may go, through the wild windy weather, the sun and sleet and rain, comes a whistling through the country, this farmer labor train. Oh, listen to the jingle and the rumble and the roar. She's rolling through New England to the West Pacific shore. It's a long time we've been waiting. Now she's whistling round the bend. Roll on into Congress on that farmer labor train. Oh, there's lumberjacks and teamsters and sailors from the sea. There's farming boys from Texas and the hills of Tennessee. There's miners from Kentucky, there's fishermen from Maine. Every worker in the country rides that farmer labor train. There's warehouse boys and truckers and guys that skin the cats. Man, they run the steel mills, the furnace and the blast. Through the Smokies factory cities or the hot and dusty plains. And the cushions, they are crowded on this farmer labor train. Oh, listen to the jingle and the rumble and the roar. She's rolling through New England to the West Pacific shore. It's a long time we've been waiting. Now she's whistling round the bend. Roll on into Congress on that farmer labor train. There's folks of every color and they're riding side by side through the swamps of Louisiana and across the Great Divide. From the wheat fields and the orchards and the lowland cattle range, there's riding into victory on this farmer labor train. This train pulled into Washington a bright and happy day. When she steamed into the station, you could hear the people say, there's that farmer labor special, she's full of Union men. Heading on to the White House on this farmer labor train. Oh, listen to the jingle and the rumble and the roar. She's rolling through New England to the West Pacific shore. It's a long time we've been waiting. Now she's whistling round the bend. Roll on into Congress on that farmer labor train. Yes, we're riding on to victory on this farmer labor train.
Oh. Pretty woman, walking down the street, pretty woman, you kinda lied to me, pretty woman. Oh, you look lovely, as can be, you love me just like me. Pretty woman, won't you pardon me, pretty woman, I couldn't help but see, pretty woman. Oh, you love me, as can be, oh, you love me just like me. Pretty woman, stop a while, pretty woman, precious smile, pretty woman, give your smile to me. Pretty woman, yeah, 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 pretty woman, look my way, pretty woman, won't you stay with me? 'Cause I need you, I'll treat you right. Come with me, baby, be mine tonight. Pretty woman, don't walk on by, pretty woman, don't make me cry, pretty woman. Don't walk away, yeah. If that's the way it must be, go on this way. Maybe tomorrow night, what do I see? Is she walking back to me? Yeah, she's walking back to me. Whoa, pretty woman.
If you could see me now, the one who said he'd rather be you, the one who said he'd rather roam. If you could only see me now, if I could hold you now, just for a moment, if I could make you mine. Just for a while, stop the hands of time. If I could only hold you now. 'Cause I've been too long in the wind, too long in the rain, taking any comforts that I can. Looking back and longing for the freedom of my chains. Lying in your loving arms again. If I could hold you now, if I could only make you mine, if I could only stop those hands of time. If I could only hold you now. 'Cause I've been too long in the wind, too long in the rain, taking any comforts that I can. looking back and longing for the freedom of my chains, lying in your loving arms again. You can hold me now, singing out across the wilderness, waiting for the arms that held me close. If I could only hold you now. 'Cause I've been too long in the wind, too long in the rain, taking any comforts that I can, looking back and longing for the freedom of my chains, lying in your loving arms again, lying in your loving arms again. Nancy wanted me to do a Chris Christopherson song. Okay, and that's always been one of my favorites.
Thank you.
I'm going to cheat this down just a skosh. Don't need to be up there for this one. These things are kind of nice. My friend calls it a cheater because you can do all the cowboy chords, but you can play in a different key. There you go. Walter Cronkite came through our homes most every night. Like the difference between good and bad, it was there in black and white. Before him there was radio, Paul Harvey told the truth. We didn't think that he would lie because the shadow knew. It wasn't always good news, but we believed what they said. Now there's too much misinformation, and Walter Cronkite's dead. Then the network started picking sides, and did followers, they told lies. It didn't matter, they were all disproven, they were believing anyway. Walter Cronkite always ended his broadcasts in his own way. He'd look America right in the eyes and say, that's the way it is today. We didn't always like it, but what they said was true. Now America's dying, it's up to you. It's up to you. We didn't always like it, but we believed what they said. It's all too bad now, but Walter Cronkite's dead. Kind of my own opinion about fake news these days. I wrote that myself. And here's trying to find just the right range for this one. And here a while back we had a discussion with a friend, and Nancy and I were talking about it later, and a friend of mine wrote this song, and it kind of encapsulates a different side of life these days. Hopefully it'll make everybody think. On my way to work each morning, I pass the same old man. He's living on the street, don't get enough to eat. He does the best he can. He always asks for money. Sometimes I give, sometimes I don't. But as I walk away, I wonder why that old man scares me so. Some things hit too close to home. There's a reason why some feelings cut you clear to the bone. Some things can teach us that we're not here alone. Some things hit too close to home. Did he have a wife and a family and a job like I do now? Did he have some friends who believed in him before his world came tumbling down? I'd like to know his story of how this came to be. I've been asking myself lately, could this happen to me? Some things hit too close to home. There's a reason why some feelings cut you clear to the bone. Some things can teach us that we're not here alone. Some things hit too close to home. You know, I'd like to help, but where would I begin? Does he need a bottle or a Bible or a friend? So I close my eyes and I pass him by, but every now and then I lie awake in my warm bed and I worry about him. Some things hit too close to home. There's a reason why some feelings cut you clear to the bone. Some things can teach us we're not here alone. Some things hit too close to home. Some things hit too close to home.
Can y'all hear that okay? Hey, good to see everybody. It's nice warm weather. Yay. You're torn your shirt, you've outgrown this town. Oh, sorry. I thought that was on too, but evidently it's not. You torn your shirt, you've outgrown this town. Your friends are all scattered and you're lonesome, but you're still searching for music in the sound. It's a dream where we'll leave you unbroken. Oh lady, oh mother, bring your garden to me. Pull it round my body so the world cannot see. Blue up my veins and the tracks on my cheek. Say the tulips for when I go under. But it's not over by half. There's a gold in your eyes blooming out through the black. And you're still standing those who have known you, your lovers and friends, will bear a mark of the scars that was taken. But it's not over by there's a gold in your eyes blooming out through the blood, and you're still standing, your hand on the blood. No, it's not over by here on the mountain, I'm thinking of you. The birds are all singing, screaming of you. Here I am holding, just keeping room, a place you can lay when you're old. But it's not over by there's a gold in your eyes blooming out through the glass, and you're still standing, your hand on the bed. No, it's not over by no, it's not over by Thank you. Well, the bluebonnets bloom between the middle of March to the middle of April, if you're familiar with that Texas tradition. Nancy Griffith from Austin, Texas, loved everything Texas. So I'd like to do Gulf Coast Highway. Gulf Coast Highway, he worked the rains, he worked the rice fields with the cool dark winds, he worked the oryx in the Gulf of Mexico. The only thing we ever owned was this old house here by the road. And when he dies, he says, I'll catch some blackbird's wing, and I will fly away to heaven come some sweet bluebonnet spring. We walked in sunshine when he was home. Our days were sweet, our nights were warm. But seasons change, jobs will come, and flowers fade. This old house felt so alone when the work took him away. And when I die, I say I'll catch some blackbird's wing, and I will fly away to heaven come some sweet bluebonnet spring. Highway 90, the jobs are gone now. We tend our gardens and we set the sun. This is the only place on earth bluebonnets grow, and every year they come and go at this house here by the road. And when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbirds wing, and we will fly away together. Come some sweet bluebonnet spring. Yes, when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird's wing, and we will fly away to heaven. Come some sweet bluebonnet spring. Well, I've spent the last month digging through stuff at my house because my daughter's having a garage sale this Saturday. That's at Woodland and Jefferson. So,
All right.
so it made me think of this song because sorting through things, but this is Across the Great Divide. Well, fingers are not cooperating. You know, when you get to be my age, you never know what's going to fail you first, your fingers or your brain. I've been walking in my sleep, counting troubles, steady counting sheep. Where the years went, I can't say. I just turned around and they've gone away. I've been sifting through the layers of dusty books and faded papers. They tell a story I used to know, one that happened so long ago. It's gone away in yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Now the owls are calling softly as the night is falling with a question, and I reply, but he's gone now, across the borderline. He's gone away in yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide.
lot of country, and there's been a lot of rock and metal. But one thing I have not done yet is some good Texas blues. So that's what I'm gonna try and do tonight. Move this out of the way. That didn't work at all.
That's right, friend. Turn it up. There we go. All we need is a master amp. Wembley Stadium with that.
That was amazing.
Wonderful.
Wow.
You know, when all these gray-headed old people, when we were all kids, and we had that music in there, what would your parents say? Say, turn that down! Come here and everybody says, turn it up! That's what I like. I am going to need some help here. I've got about 20 sheets of paper here. If some of you would share it around.
I can learn that and sing it when I get there.
Oh, Canada. Just like a hockey game. George?
Oh, Canada. Okay.
Everybody here doesn't know Canada by heart. How about that?
We'll get to Old Canada in just a little bit. On the back of that sheet, you'll see there's some American songs. So at the bottom of the sheet, there's a little chorus for an Irish song. I'm going to start off with an Irish song, but not that. And yeah, you can plug me in. You can plug me in, but please don't turn me on.
Okay. Give me a chord.
Ready out there anytime now.
Everybody got their sticks in their back pocket.
Okay.
Into a fight in hockey.
Is your volume up all the way? Yeah, that's okay.
That ought to be pretty close. There. St. Patrick's Day yesterday. This is everybody. What is Irish for cheers? Anyone know? It was kind of the same as the Scots. It's sláinte. So you hear somebody say sláinte, you're going to say sláinte back to them. Okay, it's like cheers. It's what you say when you say goodbye. Sometimes what you say when you say hello. Somebody does a good job. Young man on a guitar, you say sláinte. Yeah. William Butler Yeats. He heard this song from an old lady. He didn't remember it, all of it, but he wrote his own version of it. It was down by the Sally Gardens, my love and I did meet. She crossed the Sally Gardens on little snow white feet. She bid me take love easy as the leaves grow on the tree. But I was young and foolish, and with her did not agree. In a field down by the river, my love and I did stand, and upon my leaning shoulder she laid her snow white hand. She bid me take love easy as the grass grows on the weirs. But I was young and foolish, and now am full of tears. Down by the Sally Garden, my love and I did meet. She crossed the Sally Gardens on little snow white feet. She bid me take love easy as the leaves grow on the tree. But I was young and foolish, and with her did not agree. I'm having a little trouble with the words on this one, so it's called Finnegan's Wake. If you know the story, Finnegan is a hod carrier, carries a bunch of bricks out on his back, and he falls over. You know, he'd been drinking too much, falls over. They think he's dead. They take him back to the house and they're gonna have a wake for him, and then he wakes. Tim Finnegan lived on Walking Street, a gentleman Irish, mighty odd. Had a broke most rich and sweet, a rise in the world. He carried a hod, seasoned sort of crippling way. Love of drink he was born, helped him on his way each day. A drop of crater every morn. Oh, you find the words at the bottom of the first page. Walk-a-doodle, dance with your partner round and round, the floor your trotters shake. Wasn't that the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Wasn't that the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Friends assembled at the wake. Mrs. Finnegan called out for lunch. First they brought some tea and cake, and pipes and tobacco and whiskey punch. Biddy O'Brien began to cry, such a nice clean corpse you never did see. Tim lay roaring, why did you die? Will you hold your gob, said Paddy McGee. Whack-a-doodle, dance with your partner, round the floor your trotters shake. Wasn't that the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Then Ted Maggie O'Connor went up the job. Betty said, Maggie O'Connor went up the job. Betty, she said, I'm sure, wrong, you're sure. They gave her a belt and a gob and left her sprawling on the floor. Then the war began to engage, woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, a row and a ruction then began. Whack-a-doodle, dance with your partner, round the floor your trotters shake. Wasn't that the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Mickey Maloney ducked his head down, bucket of whiskey flew at him. Missed and falling on the bed, the liquor flew all over Tim. That he realized, now he rises, Timothy rises from the bed. Whiskey, whiskey, on who blazes. Jesus, you think I'm dead? Whack-a-doodle, dance with your partner, down the floor your partner shake. Wasn't that the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Walk-a-doodle, dance with your partner, round the floor your trotters shake. Wasn't that the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. Except we all should have been more drunk to sing that song. Start with America the Beautiful. Start with My Country 'Tis of Thee on the back page. And we'll do Oh Canada. And we'll come back to America the Beautiful. Sorry.
Sunny side of the street.
Get your hat, leave your worries on. Bet your feet to the sunny side of the street. Well, that happy I'll be rich as rock and bed. Start back your feet to the sunny side of the sun.
Nope.
So sweet on the sunny side of the street. Next, these are on me.
Hang on a second. We're trying to get power. Mike, I got another cord over here. I think it's yeah.
Drying up, you know.
Yeah, the orange one.
Lucky Charm.
There, now we got it. Okay, John.
Uh-oh, we're live. Uh-oh.
We're live.
Pick that one again. Do that again, Tom.
Wait, turn that guitar mic down just a little bit. Or turn the bass down on it. Turn the bass down.
All right, now we're good.
Summertime and living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't Was that 3 already? My Irish contribution. When my grandpa was a boy, went down to the general store, saw a picture book of whales flashing their spouts and shooting their tails. Well, they was flashing their tails. Well, he said, what kind of men are these to go down to the salty seas, to well up in the rigging in the afternoon, swabbing them decks and chopping off moon. Raying up she rises, raying up she rises, raying up she rises, You guys, thank you so very much. On my journey to learn to play this damn guitar, it's been you guys that have inspired me to practice and try to get better. And thank you for that. Because maybe one of these days I might learn to play this game.
We're dating. This song came out in 1943, and it seemed like it's every decade different people had sung it, so I'm just gonna sing it for you. Okay. You'll never know just how much I love you. You'll never know just how much I care. And if I tried, I still couldn't hide my love for you. You ought to know, for haven't I told you so? A million or more times you went away, and my heart went with you. I speak your name in my every prayer. If there is some other way to prove that I love you, I swear I don't know how. You'll never know if you don't know now. You went away, and my heart went with you. I speak your name in my every prayer. If there is some other way to prove that I love you, I swear I don't know how. You'll never know if you don't know now. Well, I too am a big Chris Christopherson fan, and this is my husband's favorite song, and it was always said it was I said Crazy was the song that caught his attention and helped me make it through the night was the one that caught his heart. Take the ribbons from your hair, shake it loose and let it fall, laying soft upon your skin, like the shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through the night. I don't care who's right or wrong, and I won't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow, 'cause tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead and gone, and tomorrow's out of sight. Oh, it's sad to be alone. Help me make it through the night. I don't want to be alone. Help me make it through the night. Is that one a little too high? I've changed what I was going to do so many times. If I can, but I think, whoops, what happened here? Oh, come on, don't do too many out there. Okay. Here's a song that I'll leave you all with some words of wisdom or whatever. The Lelands song. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. Get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid, love, ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth taking. Don't let some helping heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing chance. And when you get the chance to sit it out or dance, dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Don't let some helping heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the chance to sit it out or dance. I hope you 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 still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give fate a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Thank you.
Does anybody here know or did know Marilyn Simons in Pitt State, I think? My shirt is bragging about my education. It says, I have a PhD in housework, piled higher and deeper housework. That's what that says. Well, once in a while I uncover something that's interesting, and this is by Marilyn Simons. Paper is not forever. It can be burned, cut, torn, crumpled, lost. It can rot, discolor, disintegrate, be eaten away by mice and mold. Even so, it is more enduring than what we think or say. It has the strength to carry words across vast landscapes, from one time to another, from one person, even millions. Marilyn Simons. And a paragraph from The Wonders of the National Parks, a Geology of North America. This is an opening paragraph from the beginnings here. Wonders of the National Parks, a Geology of North America. The drama and sublime beauty of the natural wonders preserved in America's national parks reflects the astonishing drama of their creation. Titanic forces and earth-shattering events, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, glaciations, floods, the collision of continents, and the disappearance of seas have left their mark on the specific landforms and overall landscapes of the parks. Conversely, the national parks together tell a story of the origins, evolution, and present-day marvels of the North American continent. How did a river carve a mile-deep canyon hundreds of miles long across northern Arizona? What triggered the largest volcano eruption of the 20th century on the Alaska Peninsula, southwest of Anchorage? Why does the longest cave on Earth lie beneath an unassuming plateau in central Kentucky? What created the majestic cliffs that encircle Yosemite Valley? How did desert dunes, hundreds of feet high, form at the foot of the Colorado Rockies, much less in northern Alaska? Why do rocks glide untouched and unseen across a barren mudflat in eastern California? What makes hot water flow from the ground in central Arkansas? What blew a hole dozens of miles across through northwestern Wyoming, and why do we think it will happen again. I'm a nature freak, and maybe my sweatshirt says something about that. I have a PhD in housework, piled higher and deeper. And then once in a while I uncover something interesting. Thank you, Paul.
I've gotten down to my last pair of shoes. Can't even win a nickel bet. But then that's got, then that gets. I ain't got nothing yet. I've been out after my landlord. All I seem to do is stay in debt. But then that's gone, then that gets. I ain't got nothing yet. That old saying, but then that's God, is then that gets. There's something I just can't see. You gotta have something before you can get something. How you get your first is still a mystery to me. I see folks in long cars and my clothes. That's why they're called the smart set, because they managed to get more and only them that's not supposed to get. I ain't got nothing yet.
hoping I can make it through Joey's set. I don't know. I'm down
Watch that corner, in the corner, I don't go nowhere. What do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for, baby. Oh, I won't stay out late. Don't care to go. I'm home about it, just me and my radio. I ain't misbehaving now. I'd say goodbye. Misbehaving, I'm saying goodbye to
Sure.
It's like it's too hard to get along with.
You said sure, but it's.
Playing my ear. Here's the notes I'm missing once in a while. You know, I gotta wait, man. It's all good.
As long as you're not being the spit out, getting
Yeah, that's
moisture
just right.
all over the
Yeah,
next part here, you know.
Well, I'm not doing very good. It's not getting water coming out.
I've got enough my dog's hiking their leg all over the house, you know, we don't need spit tea, you know.
I'll try to keep it
I
on the
think it
shoe.
probably smells better when the dogs do that, you know. I got 9 dogs, Love makes me treat you the way that I do. She means that I ain't to you. I'm nothing too good for a girl that's so true. She, baby, ain't I good to you. I bought you a girl for Christmas. Diamond ring, big Cadillac car, and everything. Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby, ain't I good to Well, I bought you a fur coat for Christmas. A diamond ring, big Cadillac car, everything. Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Oh, gee, baby, ain't I good to you? Gee, baby, ain't I good to you?
Idea what I'm doing tonight because I didn't prepare. Been having some health issues lately, and I thought I'd come down here and play anyway. This is a song I wrote, which is has bad timing. Every time I've tried to do it in the studio, they say it can't be done. But in the morning and late at night, sometimes in the middle of the day, in the bars, the taverns, and the restaurants, and in the downtown cafe, there's a topic of conversation. It won't seem to slip away. Yeah, the people are asking questions. Questions about love. Questions about love. There are no answers to. Although I know that we hear